Hello everybody, welcome to the stream, and I've made a few tweaks to our stream layout. It looks a little bit cleaner, but hopefully this looks presentable. And also we're going to be attempting the 1080p stream that we did last Sunday, but this time on Wi-Fi, so I'm relying on BU Secure not to crap out. And so far, we got a couple drop frames. I might have to drop the bitrate, but we'll see how this goes. This is all relying on BU Secure, unless we use the Ethernet cable from the PlayStation. Wrap it around here, just connect it right there. That will be reliable at least. So, yeah. I think we might do that because I already see 26 drop frames, and frame drops are not good. Never. I don't know if you remember, but about a year ago we had a huge issue with frame drops, just in general. And that was not a good thing to experience. Not for the viewers, not for me, not for my internet service provider. So it means that it timed out, like your connection timed out, and it missed those frames from rendering. Okay, push. Oh wait, never mind. This should do. Oh shit! Well, I just dropped my controller. Trying to.
Welcome to the club.
Okay, hopefully nothing broke.
Dude, these things have fallen on the ground. Oh, except it scoffed a little.
Yeah.
You knew. Your hand's gonna be over it anyway.
Okay. Batteries. Alright, I am very great at setting up my stream.
I don't know why, but for like the first couple minutes of me waking up and getting down from bed, my eyesight was slightly blurry.
Alright, I'm gonna attempt something. I'm gonna attempt to just switch over right to wired. See, Mac? Yeah. As expected, I had to switch it to this one. So hopefully you guys are able to see it. So let's see. So we got a new update in Asphalt 9 since last stream. Yeah, that's
Damn,
nice.
that thing like separated.
Hmm?
It looks like it's separated.
Right here?
Like, it looks like the space in between the pieces is a little.
Yeah.
But it's whatever.
Damn. Okay, but we'll start anyway with our free pack. I'm not going to get that SCG pack. That is a scam. Stream down. Yeah, I did that intentionally just to switch over to wired connections so that we wouldn't drop any frames further on. So let's start by claiming some rewards. So we always got to claim stuff. Just a couple trade coins. We got the Women's Day Cup, because yesterday was Women's Day. And that just gives us some free tokens, so I'm not complaining. How can I lend you 2k tokens? I don't think that's possible in-game.
There's definitely an infinite token glitch, and being able to share coins would definitely break the economy.
Yes.
Like in GTA, you used to be able to share money in GTA 5, but they stopped that because people exploited it.
Duh. But anyway, in terms of cups, nothing here is really interesting besides this. The Epic Hunt, which gives you basically a Karm Hunt, but for Epic import parts. For me, I'm trying to max my 488, my SCG, and my F12 TDF. I was able to get the 488 done. As for the F12 TDF, I need to upgrade it a little bit more.
Sound.
Does it sound bad? I suspected that. Okay, I can't view how much an upgrade buffs it, so we're going to do the IT trick.
Can you turn up your volume for the stream?
No, what the sound glitch is it's only this game when you're plugged in. Sometimes the audio like just does not connect properly, but when you reconnect your capture card, it suddenly works. I can't figure out why. It just does.
Interbergisting.
You'd probably clean it off with the Clorox wipe, honestly.
Remember when you were younger how it was to take off the Clorox wipe caps?
You could have just used that one, but okay.
Use the one where? Is there one closer?
There.
Yeah, but that requires getting up. Just maintenance, don't worry.
Yep, just trying to get rid of this scuff on my controller. And it looks like it's not coming off.
Damn, all the times that all of our controllers hit the ground and yours is the one that takes the hit.
I was hoping Dion would throw it so then I'd get a new one.
Oh, dude, he was so close. That time when me and him were tied.
I would have preferred for him to throw it, honestly, because then maybe I'll take a new one. So we already did day 1 of the Huracan event. Now we're going to do day 2. We already got some blueprints to claim, so we'll do that. Controller still works though, so there's that. And yeah, what was the goal? To use the Volkswagen. Yeah, we're going to be driving a really slow car.
How'd you get the Corvette Grand Coupe?
A while ago, like in, I want to say November or October, they had the Unleashed event where you were able to get some blueprints and the packs and stuff. And they also brought back an Encore not too long ago. You to get more, Sue. You just missed the 2 exclusive Corvettes events, then. You can try to get them back in the Motor Show pack, I think, but you have a low probability of getting it.
Whoever this Brent Cook guy is, he doesn't like it.
Right after Force Replay, just so I can get this update. Yeah, it was only a 1-car update. I know they added some track variations, but basically it's like doing a fresh reinstall, honestly. You got 2 times 15 in 10 packs, you're lucky. You're very lucky. I've never gotten a double times 15 before.
Is that a speed glitch?
No, it's airspeed trick. Because while you're in air, if you bounce off a curved ramp, you can get more flat spins out of it. And keep your momentum. Alright, so we're not focused on any of the rewards but the Huracan blueprints. Which we already got one, but we'll have to do the race again to get that extra one. One for the Corvette, one for the Apollo. Yeah, you got a good balance there. Pulsar, you're like me. 2-star Vet, 3-star Apollo, and everything else is startup. I would not buy the packs because more than likely that you're going to get something that you don't want. For this occasion, because you're going to need the cars for the event fully start up with epic import parts, and that's near impossible. So I'd focus on just getting your import parts for like the F12 or the SCG or whatever, getting it to those required ranks so that you can at least grab the Huracan. I'm pretty sure they're going to introduce Huracan packs at some point in time. within the Terzo event.
Is the Huracan good?
On paper, it's the new King of Class B, but the car is not fully released yet. It's only partially released through this event. We're trying to collect blueprints for it, but we won't know if it's the true King until we have access to all 5 stars. But on paper, it's supposed to be the best one. Did I get the Chevy ad packs? There was a LaFerrari one that I got 5 blueprints out of. Is the Terzo good? When we did it in the stock event, back in like the Terzo Cup, back in like August, it was just okay. And especially compared to the Chiron, it's got work to cover. But I'm not sure how it is at 6 stars. Here we go. That's the Huracan event, just right there. Furum, I'm not going to call you Thanos this time, is finally here.
We are no longer allowed to call him Thanos until Endgame releases.
Endgame comes out next month.
Yep.
It's hard to believe that. Because I still remember seeing Infinity War in theaters.
Oh, so do I.
See, we can have some more fuel to burn in these daily events. Normally, I do the epic import car hunt, but since I want to use those cars for multiplayer, we'll wait. Also, mild change. They've reduced the amount of blueprints you can get from the Rizvani event, which is stupid. It's horrible for new players. We'll do this high-class cup, just to see if we can grab a LaFerrari blueprint. We'll use the 918.
Oh, bro. Do you think has Marvel Studios released a bad Marvel movie since 2000?
Well, define bad, because like Captain Marvel got mixed reviews.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Cause like the only
The Incredible
reason why
Hulk, the first was it the first Hulk movie? It was one of the Hulk movies. Was like really
the one that got no meme.
Maybe. I think it was like called The Incredible Hulk or something like that.
Okay, because I remember when you were talking about you remember seeing Infinity War. I remember the post-credit scene of Samuel L. Jackson and the Captain Marvel thing. And I'm like, wait, people don't like that movie. When was the last time people didn't like a Marvel movie?
Hulk, definitely. Or Spider-Man 3 if you want to go all the way back. But that was before MCU.
Yeah.
We got the whole squad here. Don't insult my favorite Marvel character. Hey, there was 2 Hulk movies, and one of them was alright. I don't remember which one was good and which one was
Has
bad.
Mark
honestly.
Ruffalo had his own Hulk movie yet?
He's the one who currently plays Hulk, right?
Yeah. I don't think he has. Because there was the bad first one, and there was the okay second one, and then Mark Ruffalo came along, and everybody was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, he was not in the Hulk movies.
That's weird. He's like the best one.
Okay. Well, we got another 3, and let's see if we can use it. We could try this B-Class Elite. We'll use the Apollo N pass on this one. Press F for Brenton, yeah. So Game Off had another one of their ban waves this week. They banned a Feek, of all people.
Why?
Along with Brenton, because they claim they have a super accurate anti-cheat system, but if you look at the leaderboard in any events, that's clearly wrong. And it's only a 14-day ban, but it still sucks that, got false positive.
They can't get the ban lifted?
Under policy they won't. Which sucks. They could do that in Asphalt 8 where they could fix it, but they won't want to for Asphalt 9. I don't know why. Like, they claim they have more confidence in their anti-cheat detection, but it's about the same as it was in Asphalt 8. Making the game always online didn't do anything. Afik is unbanned, yeah, but the fact is that he still got banned. He got a false positive.
It's not the matter, it's the principle. Probably one of my greatest, one of my most favorite lines is underrating was
Yeah, Freeze got banned as well, which is stupid because, like, he's one of our club's best players. You watch this stream or Fearm stream? Well, I don't think Fearm is stream right now, so you watch mine. So my channel inevitably dies. But yeah, here, I'll pop into this leaderboard. And I'll show you what I mean. See, I have a 111. You're going to see some like 109s, 108s, maybe. You got a 107 here.
How the heck do you get a 107?
Well, my Apollo is not fully upgraded, so there's that. However, if you go into, where's a good thing to check? The Motor Show Cup, that's a good one to check. So, come on. Can I not scroll with the controller? There we go. Scrolling all the way up, you notice there's it's about 112s, group of 111s. You probably see 110s at the top. And then, what the hell, 58 seconds. With the Jaguar F-Type. The first time that comes from a sensible club is a 108. So, these top four are all hacked times. And they're still allowed to be here. See ya. There is some foul play going on. Speaking of foul, this MP season is horrible. It's another one of those grind seasons. Except you have to get to 3,500. It's the highest barrier ever for Legend League, which is horrible. I did the math. You'd have to win 85 MP races with 8 players to get there. And obviously take a lot more because, not every lobby will be 8. And so far, most of the top 100 has got to that. But here I am. Only about 850 in.
When did the season start?
Yesterday. So.
And people are...
Yeah, people have no life.
Do they get paid for this game? They better.
No, they don't.
Sweet baby Jesus.
At the end of one of these seasons, somebody got to 35,000. You only get max 36 rating per win. Maximum. In a full lobby of 8 players. Yeah, I can reach Platinum in this stream, and we're going to do exactly that. We're going to start with our F12.
How could people... Oh my god.
No, they just no life. It's like that World of Warcraft guy from South Park.
Yeah.
You play 21 hours a day, 3 hours of sleep, all day. Who wants to make a petition? Here's the thing. I feel like this community has way overdone the petitions to the point where Game Loft just looks at it and just throws it away. They don't mean anything anymore because you guys made way too many in like the last 6 months.
Why? To add cars?
No, not to add cars, but like to revert changes that they make. But, some people got really petty for some of the changes. and that would gain support. And then there was the big one with changing the MP system, which divided some. But now, I feel like, especially Asphalt 8, it got slaughtered in this last update. No recovery for this one. And I don't know why people still play it, honestly. I popped a little meme in the left-hand corner. It is 100% accurate. Not even being sarcastic on that one.
Why did they, what did they change to A8?
So now, they used to do this thing called Asphalt Moments where, you missed a card that was released in like 2016 or 2017 or something. You'll have the chance to play that same event again,
That's cool.
It's neat for those who missed those cars. But in this update, they made it so that you had to be a certain VIP level, and VIP levels were like rewards you got for in-app purchasing. So only people who paid could have access to these events in the first place, which, even in the first place, required a lot of credits, tokens, pro kit cards to upgrade to a sufficient enough level to get the car from the event. So it was a huge scam on that part. And then the other thing is, and they've been doing this every update, but this is the worst case of it. Each car, thing they release, like each roster of cars they throw in an update, will require, on average, more and more cars. Will require more cards per car.
Oh, okay.
And more up credits and more token forced upgrades.
So it just gets more and more expensive.
Resourceful. But then they released this one car, the Zeus 12 Sigma, I think it's called. It's that really weird concept now. It requires 90-something legendary electric engines, which the last time a car needed that engine was the Audi R8 Special Edition. I think it only needed 8. And pretty much each update they add a new engine card, so that it just inflates the boxes even more. So you have less of a chance of getting your very specific engine, let alone getting 90 of it. It's the most ever.
So basically, they knew the game was
Yes.
dead, so they officially killed it.
Yes. So that people who were saving tokens and they knew how to beat the system, they just can't. This is a new update. It is virtually impossible to get the car without spending tokens.
That's probably one of my biggest. That's probably why I like playing single-player games the most.
Well, it sucks because previously you would be able to complete these events without spending tokens at all. As long as you had the credits. You got enough pro kit cards from the event itself just to get the upgrades you need. So, there wasn't too much of an issue with that. Especially with the championship events. Those were the best ones. But then they made the championship events harder, so you need to upgrade more. And, it would come to a point where just the rewards from the event wouldn't cover enough. But now it's just you need to spend tokens just to be able to have a chance at winning it, let alone the events are still extremely difficult. With ridiculous time goals, expensive skips. And on top of that, the game is just not optimized.
Who asked you to read A8's Last Will and Testament?
Game Loft, honestly, because they put it on themselves for this one.
Oh, do you think that they're gonna add
At the Jesco, I think so, actually, because they did a little poll on their Twitter account saying if you want the Jesco in Asphalt 9, and overwhelming support poured in for that car. So I think it will definitely be added in the future.
Do you think they'll ever add? Do you think they'll ever add a Koenigsegg car, the Koenigsegg car company, to a game that isn't A9 or
Koenigsegg's in
iRacer?
Koenigsegg's in a shitload of games.
Why is it not in sport then?
Because Gran Turismo didn't try to get the license. Koenigsegg makes hypercars, not GT3 cars. See, if you know something, most of the manufacturers in the game have a GT3 car for it.
Yeah, true.
And they'll, just throw in the base model too, just, please the purists. Yeah, I saw somebody ask a question if I watched the F1 documentary that dropped yesterday. Yeah, we started it. I'm 2 episodes in, and I gotta say it's pretty good.
I practically made him stop because I have a feeling he would instantly finish the whole season in one night.
It's like what I did with American Vandal. I finished the whole season in a day. It was still a fun watch, but you lose all that suspense. That's the thing with just Netflix, honestly. Because on Amazon Prime, you have to at least physically use the controller to select the next episode. With Netflix, it's like, 2 seconds after the credits, and you're already into the next episode. And with a lot of shows, you can skip the intro, just cut all the bullshit, and just get straight to your show. So you're just basically incentivized to binge watch.
I think they should have, because I know the reason why binging became popular was because people were tired of waiting the week or 2 weeks or so. But now that it's become popularized, they just release a whole season. Because it used to be TV shows that were released on Netflix, they had like 4 or 5 seasons, and they would only put in like 1 or 2 at a time. But now it's like, this new show came out, and we have the whole season.
And we're just going to plop it right on you.
I feel like they should do
weekly releases or something again, or even daily.
No, yeah, maybe either daily, or they release half a season 1 week, and then like 2 weeks later, half a season again. And people are gonna complain that that's basically the same thing as going back to normal. But like, if you have batch, if the show is smart enough to write itself to split it, it will keep suspense. If they know that they only have half of their episodes to retain their audience for the 2 weeks it's going to take for the second half to release, it's only 2 weeks. That's plenty of time for like subreddits and theories and Matt Pat to make a film theory on. So like,
it gives you time to like discuss it in the middle of the season, and you don't miss like episode 3 when like episode 7 is like a huge moment. So that's what everybody would talk about.
Yeah. Like, it basically forces you Netflix binge watching forces you to watch all of the season in a reasonable amount of time.
But everybody just watches it straight away
before you go to the internet, or else as soon as you go to the internet,
spoilers.
Yeah. Like, imagine if Game of Thrones released season by season instead of episode by episode. It'd be insane. Especially with all the stuff that happens.
But, now we're just on a tangent about why Netflix releases stuff. About the documentary itself, I really liked it. One thing that I knew they weren't going to cover just going into it was Mercedes and Ferrari weren't going to be the focus of it. Which is pretty neat because they generate all the headlines. So those who are into F1 already know enough to really get to see to learn about the midfield teams and, the struggling teams and drivers. Even Red Bull was covered in the first episode. Which
Do you
is
think
nice.
they should have covered something on Verstappen bumping into...
It happens later in the season, I think.
Oh yeah, the next episode talks about it. That's not a spoiler. That's literally in the synopsis of the thing, so don't yell at me for spoilers.
Honestly, if you know how the F1 season goes out, it's like, okay, you know how the results are. And it's not even focusing on the big guns. But, yeah. Next, we got F1 back, bitches! I'm going to be staying up to watch Australia like I did last year and annoy my family when I'm screaming. But yeah, I can't wait for the season. I'm glad that they released it right before the season, just so, because it will give you more hype. Like, honestly, you feel more hype than ever knowing that next race is next week.
Yeah, but that goes to the thing that I was talking about.
Well, isn't that kind of a way to set up anyway?
Yeah. But only giving people a week to, like...
Get the whole season.
Yeah.
All of last season. It's a good way to learn about last season and prepare for this one. Is to watch that documentary.
Maybe if they released it like a month before? Because I'm pretty sure they're talking about stuff that even the deepest diving F1 fans can't find. So, like, I feel like if it were released maybe like 3 weeks or so before, it'd be cool because then people can be like, oh my god, this totally changes how I think next season's gonna go because of all this stuff. Even though like car changes and stuff and rules and stuff came out.
Ooh, what's this? Come on!
Dang.
I tried. Oh well. That guy's ranked 4,900.
Why would you ever play
Beyond just reaching it. In all these seasons, once I just get to Legend, I just stop. It's like, no more. I'm so close to maxing the Fenner, that's why I'm still doing this. Just because I can get closer to the Fenner.
So when are you doing the full shift out of A9? Speaking of.
But yeah, somebody asked if I'm planning to meet Firam in real life. And to answer that, I don't even know Firam's name, so... Yeah, that's not happening, at least not in the direct future.
He said delete this.
Oh my god. Sorry for bad English. Prepares to write Shakespeare.
Right? Will you play a NASCAR game? Oh, jeez. Is that heresy?
Probably not.
I should just find NASCAR 8 and make you play that.
That's the worst one of the series, though, honestly.
Oh boy.
But there are some decently rated NASCAR games, like Daytona USA, NASCAR Dirt to Daytona. I'm not sure if the Heat games are good. Those are the recent ones. But I don't know, if I want to do oval racing, I just pop into the NASCAR in Gran Turismo 5. So
I don't even think
I don't
Ferrum
know.
would let
No
his
plans.
parents leave the vicinity of his state without without his parents. 15.
I was 15 when I got big on YouTube.
Is 15
I partnered with Game Left when I was 15.
Is 15 like the golden age of getting big?
I'm not sure, honestly.
It's literally always like preteen to before you're 15 that like
You cross over to quality content.
yeah, and that goes for anything too. Like if
Also, we're in Platinum.
that's when most scouts, because like the scouts take them and then they cultivate them, and then once they hit 15, it's when they're like, okay, are they good racers slash football players slash baseball players, or have they hit their potential limit and it's not enough to take them far enough?
But here's the thing: when you're a teenager, you have so much like potential as an athlete. So that's the point where like you can turn your athletic career around and actually build up and get better.
Yeah. I was thinking about it, and while we were watching the documentary last night, I was thinking about like, oh, his dad, Rain's dad's a rally.
Oh, Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, Sainz. That's his last name. Sainz, his dad is a rally driver, but he's an F1 driver. Well, that was because basically I got in my head, even though I'm gonna grow up to have nothing to do with like participating in F1 besides like watching it and stuff, if I have my kid do stuff related to karting instead of doing stuff related to like playing soccer and stuff like that, then that'll get them if you basically just like the nurturing bring up system, like you can pseudo force your kid into liking a sport.
Well, that's literally Max Verstappen, because his dad, Joseph Verstappen, was an F1 driver.
But
Like,
see,
scored
there's the
podium.
background there.
Right.
The background is also an influence. But I'm saying, like, I'm never going to have anything to do with F1 besides viewership.
Right.
But
Well, here's the other thing. Look at Daniel Ricciardo. You see his parents, even though his dad helped him a lot in his career. Like, he saw his scrawny little mom, and then, like, next to Daniel Ricciardo with, like, huge muscles and, like, you know.
Yeah. Like, Daniel Ricciardo is an example of that, where he...
You got into U of T? Congrats.
No.
That's a pretty prestigious school. So good luck next year. What are you going to be studying? But,
Now,
yeah.
to what I said, is that an ethical issue, pseudo-forcing somebody...
I don't know. There's a difference
From a young
between,
age.
like, influence and then being, like, a trophy kid. You know what
True,
trophy kids
yeah.
are, right? Where, like, you know, they strive them, and they have to win. They have to, like, you know, get all these trophies and stuff. But here's the thing. Somebody like Max Verstappen isn't a trophy kid. Even though he has won a lot, he just naturally is a born talent.
Yeah.
Because, you know, even though he was pretty much born in a cart, you know, from the get-go, like, he got really skilled. And, like, over winter break, I went karting with my friends. And there was this kid here. I want to say he was, like, 11 or 10. And he was just smoking us. But then we looked on the weekly leaderboard, and he wasn't there. So, there are people that are just miles better than what you think is good. See, like, you have to really be at the top to get a racing career. And I'm sure that kid still has work to do, like, you know.
Yeah. He's either naturally good and he's just like, whatever, or he's like actually practicing.
But here's like me and my friends who, like, you know, show up in our t-shirts and jeans and shit. And then this kid's like in a full race suit.
Is he? Was he?
Yeah, he was. He had his own custom helmet.
Nice.
He had his dad there.
See, like, that's fine. Like, being in the suit and stuff and in the custom helmet and stuff is fine. As long as you're, like, being a semi-good sport about it.
Come on.
Like, you're
No,
obviously...
no.
You're obviously
Yeet.
gonna
Aw.
get... Damn, did you get third?
Yeah, I got
wow.
third, but still. I could have gotten that win right there.
Like, you're obviously gonna get some judgment from some other people for being in a full racing outfit and a where was it, K1?
Yeah, I was at K1.
Yeah, for going to a place like K1, but like, as long as you're not drifting circles around the person, I guess you're fine. Although it doesn't really do much for you. You know what I mean? I mean, like, it helps with you getting a sense of, like, oh, a turn is like this, and you should go through chicanes like that. But if the other people around you aren't as competitive as you are, then you're not gonna...
You're not gonna feel the need to improve. She's like, I smoked them! But
Yeah.
then, like
You're
behind you, there's a huge bubble of competitiveness. And I'm sure that kid enters in, like, actual karting leagues.
Yeah.
And he just does K1 just to practice. I guarantee he has, like, one of those, like, yearly season pass things.
But even then, I feel like practicing should be in a same environment. Like, even if it's not full-on race mode, it should still be, like, the other people around you are at least trying to, like, outsnake you with the skill that they have.
Like, take, for example, Lewis Hamilton. You know, he's British. He trained in British weather when he was karting as a young age. So in,
That's a
in
lot
Britain,
of
where
rain.
well, he's like one of the best rain drivers ever. On the kart grid, he is the best rain driver. Maybe next to Max, but
Max is
like,
just good
you know.
overall.
Max is seen by many as like the next Schumacher if he gets his team right.
Yeah, if he gets a good freaking car.
'Cause-
It doesn't fucking destroy his friend.
Because of the Giants, he is the only one who won on his debut for Red Bull. Like, that doesn't happen. Even Seb, who won in a Toro Rosso, took 3 races to win in Red Bull and 2 for Ferrari. Max did it on his first try.
Yeah, I guess it sucks that F1 is such a pay-to-win system. Because then you see people like Fernando Alonso suffering with McLaren because McLaren sucks booty hole right now.
But Alonso had his glory years as well.
Even though he was like the greatest driver of all time, one of the greatest drivers of all time, like
of the mid 2000s, yeah, he was like the person to beat. But then, new talent came along, just as it is right now. We got Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc that are like the youngsters. Glad to know, Vivek. Yeah, good luck with comp sci. I remember when we did those chill Sunday streams.
Marlon can become a philosophical speaker. Thank you, but I just like talking, so this is an excuse. And at least I semi know what I'm talking about. Like, if he were to start talking about specifics of cars, then he'd become the, like, mechanical speaker. But since I don't have anything to prime him with on stuff like that, he can't really talk about that.
But here's the thing. That's what you think right now, but then if you put me next to my brother, he would smoke me in that kind of stuff.
So it's all about priming. You guys are better for priming me for stuff that has to do with philosophical things because I'm good with finding a way to insert that kind of stuff. But since we're not talking about stuff that's as concrete as mechanics, he kind of like sits on the sidelines and like puts in his information where he knows he's strong at. So like if I were to ask him, hey, what do you think is the best engine to put in a sleeper car?
It depends how loud you want to be, but I think a V6 can't go wrong. You can put a lot of horsepower in a V6.
See, and then you guys can ask questions that keep priming him with that. But since I keep talking, you guys keep priming me.
So we got this gold pack. What are we going to get? Is it going to be trade coins, or is it going to be like one Icona blueprint or something like that?
Coins.
Yep.
Hey,
bottom of the barrel. I'm surprised it wasn't an Evo blueprint, honestly. Alright, we'll keep going in the 488.
Do you think sleeper cars vary on the aerodynamics of their body or on the engine that gets put in? Like, do you think it's the frame that matters, or do you think it's the engine?
Well, sleeper cars are stuff that looks really slow but is really fast. So you can pull up in like a 80s Corolla, but under the hood...
67 Chevy Nova.
But under the hood, it's got like 700 horsepower. Drag tires.
Oh my god. The skinny one.
A roll cage. The rear seats are stripped out. The V4 will come to F1 in 2021. No, at least we're sticking with the V6. But.
And it's turbocharged, right?
Mm-hmm. The big change in 2021 is they're dropping the MGU H, I think it is.
Which is?
It's the stuff that like comes right from combustion, so that means power will only come from the battery.
Oh.
It will still be a V6 engine, but it will be powered by the ERS.
So more efficiency, but also needing to manage your ERS better.
Yeah, well, teams are already like pretty good at optimizing that.
Yeah.
But the engine will become more dependent on that.
What are good methods of saving tokens in A9? Don't spend them.
Yeah, that is honestly best. You said I have 28,000. It's because I have not spent it since the Rigera event. It's a good way to save is just don't spend, because a lot of these packs are just useless. You'll end up getting trade coins. The only time you need to buy packs really is when it's the car you want is the only car that will be guaranteed when you buy a 10 pack. In like these multi-car packs, you have a chance of getting total BS just from spending the 750 tokens. So you could walk away with nothing, theoretically. So get stuff that's only certain, guaranteed, play the long game. That's the key to most of these mobile games, honestly, is to play the long game.
It drifts like a dumpster truck. I think he's talking about the Huracan.
The Huracan does drift horribly at stock rank.
So I got into playing Gran Turismo Sport the other day, guys.
Oh, he played for 5 hours yesterday.
I get easily invested in things, And this one is one of those ones that makes me angry enough to want to keep playing.
He was doing the circuit experiences, and he was on BB Raceway. He just could not get the first turn.
Because I kept forgetting. And then when we were doing the lap attack, I had to reset at least 4 times because I forgot to brake. I, lose focus sometimes because of how... Because the track kind of baits you. Because you don't really have to brake on the other the other 2 turns, but on one of the turns you have to hard brake. So I get baited into just drive, which I'm used to doing in race car games anyway from the little ones that I've played, like NASCAR where you just go left.
Oh yeah, Daytona you don't need to brake at all.
So it really messed me up. And I was doing the Willow Springs, Texas dirt road.
Willow Springs is in California.
Oh fuck, what's it called?
Willow Springs. You're doing the Horse Thief Mile.
Oh, Horse Thief. That's why I thought it was Texas. Yeah, I was doing the Horse Thief one, and I kept trying to cheese it too much to compensate for my sucky brake timing, and I literally almost flipped over. What did I almost flip over?
You were in a GTR.
I was in a GTR and I almost flipped it over. But I finally got through it. Oh, crap. On the second wheel spin that I had the chance. I almost got the Mercedes F1 car.
But the one before it, you got the 80s F1.
But then the one before it, my very first one, I got the 80s F1 car.
And you also got a...
And my first
one you got a Clio. You had a Clio, and then you got the 80s F1.
No, the first one was the FT.
Oh yeah, that's it.
The Supra. And then I got...
You got a Clio from the license test.
Yeah, the Clio. And then I got the F1 car. And then...
You got a GT4 car.
And then I got a GT4. And then I got the GT3
The M6 GT3. And then you got a Nissan GTR.
And then, yeah. Basically, all of the GTs that I got, I wanted to throw up something. Because I was mad at those cars. Because they're too slidey for my own good. Mm-hmm. I like drifting, but I'm not that good.
South Geneva. The big reveal was the Jesco. Bugatti also revealed its $18 million car that's already sold out, which is absolutely absurd. We got a crap load of new concepts. We saw the Ferrari F8 Tributo and show. Pagani was there. It's just, it's always a fun show. The Huracan Evo Spider was there, as you guys know. But yeah, the Jesco was the hot topic of the show. And it did not disappoint in my opinion. Whoa, okay, don't flip the thing. Somebody's right behind me.
They should put the safety car engine in that car.
Oh, watch Arava.
Also, did Alonso do a 24-hour Daytona thing?
He did the 24 hours Daytona and the 24 hours Le Mans. He won both.
What the heck?
Yeah, just like this year.
He's insane.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, he still has the speed. He just doesn't have a competitive car.
Yeah, because McLaren sucks booty.
And to be fair, though, Le Mans was kind of handed to him on a silver platter.
Really?
I know people will, give me flack for that, but, here's the thing. Le Mans is always Toyota versus Audi versus Porsche. And then in 2016, Audi dropped out. Porsche was, winning everything.
And then
in 2017, Porsche, won Le Mans. And then they dropped out to go to Formula E. Toyota's the only competitor left. So, just naturally, they just built a reliable car and just sent it. And they won it. They still had to be reliable, but they had no competition. A Daytona 24 was more impressive because that race was so rainy. It was pretty much the final leg of the race was just, you'd be green flag for one lap, shitload of people crash out, so you'd be under yellow flags for 45 minutes, and then the green flags come out again, and then everybody goes into turn one, just goes straight off, sliding, bodyworks everywhere. It's okay, yellow flag again. And eventually, with an hour and a half left to go, Alonso parked up, got out of his car, and said, "No more." So then they called off the race, and he got the win.
He literally just stopped the car, got out, and said, "We're done."
Yes.
That's how much.
Well, because it was too unsafe. They had to red flag it at one point.
Yeah.
And that's where he got out of his car.
Is he gonna race in the Indy 500?
Oh yeah, he's doing Indy 500 this year.
So this dude's just basically doing everything that doesn't
Yeah,
have to
here's
do
the
with
thing.
F1
He's
to
doing
stick
a-
it to McLaren for being
Well, not only that,
trash.
he wants to be the best racing driver in the world, and he thought rather than trying to build up like Michael Schumacher, he tried to build out. He wants to win everything. He hasn't dipped his feet in rally yet, but he will.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what else? What does he have left to take the championship?
He also has the Daytona 500, like the NASCAR race.
He did the Daytona 24 hours.
Yeah, but
so-
that's with a DPI car. Not a NASCAR.
no,
Daytona
yeah.
500 is a NASCAR race. That it's the most prestigious one of NASCAR as well.
Yeah, I think he can do it though.
Definitely.
A stock car, like, okay. So one thing that I realized heavily through playing GT is, yeah, downforce is the thing that you actually need. So I think that's the only thing that he might partway struggle with, because stock cars don't really have downforce mechanics like Indy cars do. And rally cars, you don't need downforce. I mean, you
Well,
need
you
downforce.
could use downforce, but a lot of it's mechanical grip because you're on an even surface.
Yeah.
We're gonna try the Grand Sport.
So I think it'll take him a little longer than usual to get used to driving a stock car than like an Indy or an F1 car, because though Indy and F1 cars are pretty similar in design. And then when he gets to rally, that's just gonna be like
What was that?
thunder.
Is it raining?
The ground's wet, so I'm gonna assume yes.
Oh, okay.
Unless that's the trash.
It could be the construction.
But it is raining pretty badly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
and by the way, I didn't intentionally want to start my own profile, my own game on GT. I just kind of went in there and forgot that I wasn't signed into you.
Well, you start
then-
your own. That's fine.
Yeah, and then I was just like, you know what? I guess I'll just start playing.
It's a fun game. Plus, I've done all the career events that give you rewards. So, at this point, you just be hot lapping and doing random races in my varied garage.
What about Formula E? Wait, do you mean Formula E in terms of if I like it, or in terms of Alonso racing?
Oh, Alonso might do Formula E, I think, when the time comes.
Because if you mean in terms of Alonso racing in it, it'd just literally be electric F1.
Yes.
So that's no difference there. But in terms of if I like it or not, I've never seen an FE race before, and I don't know any. I only know stuff about F1 through Lucas. So
FE just had a crazy race in Mexico a couple
yeah,
weeks
Justin
ago.
just said that. What happened?
It was Pascal Wehrlein, who was an ex-F1 driver, who was trying to hold off, I think it was Lucas Degrassi, for the final leg of the race, and he was running out of charge. And he made it all the way to the end of the race, but I want to say 10 feet before the finish line, he ran out of battery, and Degrassi passed him.
Oh, like that video that we saw the other day.
Yeah.
Speaking of rain, LO, what's LO? Polaris, you're gonna have to specify what you're talking about.
Speaking of rain. Well, because we were talking about Daytona 24, which was
Oh,
pouring.
yeah. Ain't
But-
that quite a convenient coincidence? Coinkydink. It's the wall done. You mean Trump's wall?
No. No political. No, we don't talk about politics on here.
All we're gonna say is no.
Yeah.
Not even close.
But yeah. Oh, because we mentioned the Mexico Formula E race. That was it. And then also Nissan threw away a good 2-3 finish by both running out of power.
Is the Le Mans cross country or is it?
Le Mans is the 24-hour race in France.
Okay. Is there
A series where they race those cars.
is there a cross national race that has any prestige to it?
Where they go across multiple countries.
Yeah. I feel like the EU should have something like that.
Technically, the Gumball Rally, in a way. Dakar Rally also, I think, goes across multiple countries.
but nothing that's like as big as like.
Nothing is grand. The big three races of the year always are the Monaco Grand Prix, the Le Mans 24 Hours, and the Indy 500. Like, those are the big three. That's called the Triple Crown. It's what Alonso's trying to win, actually. He's got 2 out of the 3, but he needs to win the Indy 500 to get the Triple Crown. Only one person's ever done it, and that was Graham Hill back in the 60s.
Is he considered the greatest?
He's one of the greatest. He won, I think it was 1 championship? Maybe 2, I can't remember, but...
Ooh, here's a question. Since Alonso's trying to go out and do all this stuff, do you think you become at a higher standing of greatest by being the greatest in one sport or going on and winning everything? Like, do you think you have more prestige being Schumacher or Alonso?
Well, Alonso's trying to do what Mario Andretti did. Mario Andretti raced in a fuck ton of categories and won a lot of it. You know, like, he didn't win Le Mans. He got second in Le Mans, but he did good in endurance racing in general. He won the Daytona 500. He won the Indy 500. He won the Formula 1 championship. You know.
Yeah. So
that was back in the 70s where people died all the time. So, like.
Yeah. So do you think Schumacher is better, or do you think Andretti's better because of that? Is basically what I'm
Schumacher
asking.
did do endurance racing. Good job, Game Loft. Proud of you for that one. But. You know, Schumacher.
Has Hamilton done anything?
He's done strictly F1.
Yeah, so that's a good comparison
Yeah.
then. Hamilton's done strictly F1, and everybody's like, Hamilton's like the greatest driver of all time and stuff like that. But like, then there's Alonso going on and doing all these other things and all these other sports.
There's also Montoya. Good point. Juan Pablo Montoya also is in contention for the Triple Crown, but he needs the 24 Hours in Le Mans to win it. He's got Indy and Monaco already. And Montoya, I don't remember if he won the Daytona 500. He did race NASCAR for a while.
You can say the F word. I mean, sure.
You know, don't use it to harm people. But, you know, need to complain. There's a good video, I'll show you after, but it's about one of the F1 races, and it's about like one of the team owners complaining. And he's like, I'm sorry, I was going to say a bad word, but I don't want to say it on your TV station. And the guy's like, oh no, you can swear on our TV station. She's like, what? Really? And then like he goes off.
Montoya's too impatient to win a 24-hour.
He did race it last year. I forgot where he finished, but he did it in one of the lower categories, not in LMP1.
You still have yet to answer my goddamn question of, do you think it's more prestigious being the best in a sport, in a single sport, or being best overall? As he contemplates in races.
Jim Clark was also really good. He also won a crap load of single-seater races, including Indy, I think. Yeah, he did win Indy 500. But he did mostly open-wheel races. He did do some touring cars.
I'm just gonna assume you have no answer for that then.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think both are respectful in their own ways. Because here's the thing. When you do F1, you have to commit the whole season to it.
Mm-hmm.
Alonso is able to, because, you know, he's a special case. Since he already proved his speed in F1, he'll just sign onto a team for one race, do the one race, and just be like, yep,
right,
I got that. Bye.
It's like, hey, if I race with your team and I win, your team not only says that I raced with you, but also you won.
Yeah.
And even if I don't win, you still say that you had me, and I'll probably be coming back anyway out of saltiness of not winning.
Can you use the F word to harm GL? You probably get banned if you said it on their Discord server.
Who died at 68?
Jim Clark. Yeah, he died in the F2 crash. A lot of drivers in the 60s and 70s wouldn't die necessarily from the F1 race, but from testing or practice or something like that. trying to find the limit of their car.
Lewis Hamilton and Kyle Busch are great in their respective areas, but how good are they in something else? That's basically what I'm asking. Like, each sport... NASCAR can't go to F1 like F1 can go to NASCAR. And even then, going from F1 to NASCAR is still kind of a difference in skill anyway, because...
You have to be good at oval and, like, drafting, bump drafting, slingshots.
Yeah.
In F1, you have to, like, balance your car, get it to the corner, manage your tires.
There's a lot more management that goes into F1 driving than in NASCAR. And in NASCAR, there's a lot more knowing the aerodynamics of like being behind a car. Where in F1, it's like, nah, you don't have you're behind a car for like 3 seconds before you dive into them.
And you have to set it up, wait for them to make a mistake, make a risky move, something. Corvette's not doing too bad. We're getting some decent results.
Is it maxed out?
No, it's only 2 stars out of 5, so we're actually doing pretty good.
How close are you to...
what's your
current rank at?
We were at 2,300 something, yeah.
Oh my
we're
Jesus
gonna
Christ.
End off the MP season with the Sin R1. I don't expect this car to do very good, but we'll see.
If somebody donates $4.20, you can say what I'll do, because unless I can think of something before.
If you like Fearless Theme music video, confession, I don't watch Asphalt on YouTube.
Fair.
I just play
music.
It. I don't know that.
I mean, I feel it. Yeah, that's understandable. Well, I was gonna say something else. Oh, what if a race car driver decided to go and try and win the Triple Crown of horse racing?
That'd be weird.
That'd be funny.
Alonso will do that.
He goes and wins the Triple Crown of racing, and then goes and wins the Triple Crown of horse racing.
He's gonna win the Triple Crown of, like, space racing.
Oh my gosh. It's a shame airplane racing isn't a thing.
It's too dangerous. Come on, let's pick up speed. This thing is slow. We're lacking. We're losing to the F12s.
How would it be too dangerous? If anything, you'd have the most space to move around.
I forgot it's this track, Rip. Oh, no. That's the inside.
Because it's like, you have the Z-plane now. So you can go, like, instead of in F1 where everybody has to line up tandem, everybody can just line up on top of each other. And, unlike when you're developing cars in F1 and you can't put them into normal production cars, so they're just kind of there for F1 only. If you develop airplane engine for maximum efficiency and speed and stuff, you could stick that in a military airplane.
Well, that's what
like
Rally's based off. Rally is where they use the base of a normal car like a Ford Focus and just soup it up.
But that's just me getting into tangents about random stuff.
MH370. That's the Malaysian plane.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't have enough time to watch Asphalt 9 YouTube.
Yeah, what you guys don't realize is behind the scenes when he's not streaming, he's basically in this seat all the time anyway. Unless he's on the other side watching or playing, like, some game.
But I don't do it as often as I could in high school. And yeah, I have to study hard. Although this week, after my exam on Monday, I'm pretty much free to go for the rest of the week to just veg out. With the exception of a couple homework assignments.
God, this is like the week of spring break.
Yes.
I go to freaking in a week and 2 days.
This track is just chaos.
That looks
horrible for multiplayer.
In a week and 2 days, I'll be on a flight to Europe, and that's really weird to me, and also low-key giving me some stress, and I don't know why.
Yeah. When do you leave for Europe?
18th.
Oh, watch the F1 race. from the 17th.
Yeah.
Well, Saturday into Sunday. I'm not sponsored by F1.
Yeah, and then I'll be coming back. I'm either coming back the 26th or I'm coming back the 25th and then resting the 26th. So basically, I'll be coming back to school the Wednesday, the week after spring break.
Okay, let's see if I can steal second here. Come on. Oh, come on. I needed more boost there.
I don't think he plays any asphalts other than A9.
Yeah, today, no.
No, I mean just in general. Because somebody asked if you play Extreme, and then...
I haven't played Extreme since my account got reset in January 2017.
Lol.
So it's been 2 over years now since I lost all my progress there.
Who's playing Asphalt Nitro?
Asphalt Nitro. Okay, so fun fact. That game came out in May. Asphalt Nitro is a 15 megabyte Android game. It's supposed to be like Asphalt 8, but for really crappy phones. You know, only had like 8 cars, a couple tracks. Graphics were really poor, but it was only 15 megabytes and it could run on really low spec phones. So, I was taking an AP test, and when I was walking out of the exam center, I tripped and sprained my foot. So there it was in a fucking foot bandage. And I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just play Asphalt Nitro. And I did.
Whoa.
And it was alright, but you know, it's just play for a couple days and it's like, alright, moving on. Do you guys remember Asphalt Overdrive? That was it. That was a interesting topic. Cause that's like it was an endless runner style. It's like kind of like playing Subway Surfers, where it's like multiple lanes. But it was a really short game. There's no point in playing it once you beat the career mode.
Asphalt Racer 10. I'm going to Amsterdam. I might be going to Berlin, but if I don't go to Berlin, I'm going to Copenhagen, and then I'm going to Paris. So I'm definitely going to Amsterdam and Paris, and Amsterdam just because I'm maybe going to all 4 places. I'm there for a week, and the stuff is like a 45-minute plane ride away.
Can't you take Euro train or something like that? Or
Yes,
are you doing it
but-
by plane?
Plane's faster and sometimes cheaper.
Because I know in Europe they get around through the train.
Yeah. But sometimes the train is straight dumb. Like, Peter told me, and I've seen this before too, where it's like $200 for a ticket from like Berlin to Greece or to Athens, where it's like $90 a ticket for an airplane ride.
Asphalt 7. I played Asphalt 7 back when that came out, before Asphalt 8. And I beat that game. But it's been a while. Alright, last race in MP, using the center one. We have gone up to 24-19, so we have gotten a fair amount of rank from this, but no big wins.
Who's a famous person I share my birthday with? I don't know.
I share my birthday with Selena Gomez.
Oof. Where's my
That's
phone?
pretty much it. There's a website where you can check who you share your birthday with.
Yeah.
But
An Italian sculptor, a Chinese general, a French princess. Anybody?
oh, you know who else I share a birthday with? Wee Man from Jackass. That's my more proud one.
I share a birthday with the first wife of President Tyler.
Doc, I hate you for that.
Maximilian von Weiss, German field marshal.
Just so you know, we can't be friends because of that.
Oh my god, I share a birthday with Karl Marx. But it's not the same Karl Marx.
It's not the same Karl Marx.
It's
not
spelled
Karl
the
Marx.
exact same. It's spelled the exact same.
Yeah. Just so you know, I'm joking. Don't start beef from that. In Before Drama Alert makes a video about this. Used fix cam. You know
And
what?
this
try
Karl
it.
Marx was German, not Russian.
Alright, we'll try the
Although it'd be
class cup with the Chiron.
it'd be absolutely hilarious if I actually shared a birthday with Karl Marx. The Karl Marx.
Share a birthday with Michael Jordan. That's sweet.
This would be nice.
Just don't be born on April 20.
I share a lot with composers.
It's not the Karl Marx. Mr. Thinko, you would think that is the case, but it's a different one. Just coincidence.
From the Soviet thingy, yes.
Anyway, this is fixed. Oh my god, this is cringy.
What the hell?
Yeah, change it to the fixed camera. Oh my god, I can't... You barely see where I'm going, honestly. What the hell?
It looks like you're slower.
Oh my god, then it's like, it speeds up. Who even plays in this camera? What the hell?
Paul Emery. That ring a bell? British racing driver.
No. This is so, like, cringy. Alright, changed it back.
I share a birthday with the dude who invented Barbie, Hot Wheels, and Chatty Cathy, Jack Ryan.
Neat. Farming more trade coins.
Huh, I share a birthday with the dude who came up with the design for your hot dog mobile.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't find a point in finding out who shares a birthday with you, though.
It's just
I feel like that's
party
just
trick. It's just a party trick, really.
True. I feel like some people will take that as a form of entitlement, though. I share birthdays with the current president, with the president of Iraq from 2005 to 2014. Oh my God! I share a birthday with Charles Manson. You know who he is, right?
Yeah, I've heard the name.
Yeah. Wallace Shawn. It's the guy who does the inconceivable line. In Princess Bride, because it was like, oh, he's in Princess Bride. I'm like, oh, he's in Princess Bride.
Is he the one that says, like, you killed my father?
No, that's Benito Montoya.
Oh.
This guy is the one who's like, inconceivable. And then Montoya's like, you use that word, but I don't know if you know what it means. Oh, I share a birthday with Neil Young.
So be Russia, the birthday shares you.
And the rock, and the vocalist for Blue Oyster Cult. Nice. Donald Loser. Iranian politics. Oh my god. So
Over here, you guys remember this street wiener though? I showed you guys this a while ago, back in May.
not only do I share
I have it
a
here.
birthday with the former Iranian president, but I also share a birthday with a current Iranian politician who is the current president of Iran.
Okay then. Is there any other car that we can use and sort of get away with it? No, I don't think so. 911's not good enough. We made some decent progress though. Alright, I guess we'll do club racing since I'm a degenerate. Is it still storming outside?
There I don't. Do you collect Hot Wheels? Or do you
as
just
a
have
kid,
the
like
one?
I just have a crap load of Hot Wheels, but I haven't like seeked out Hot Wheels.
This dude looks like Shaq. See, he looks like Shaq. That's not very good, but you guys can see it well enough.
What if you get Ricardo Mules?
Oh, please. Oh, Sammy Sosa. Nice. I share birthdays with a Japanese voice actress, and I pray to God that she doesn't do hentai. She does the voice for Bulma. Oh my god. Oh, I actually did say that. And Beyblade. Remember Beyblades?
Mm-hmm.
I used to have a couple. Wow.
Still waiting.
I share birthdays with the girl who voices Bulma. It's pretty neat.
Hey, Arsenal. You're here.
I share birthdays with Tonya Harding.
Tanya Harding?
Yeah.
That's the not skater, figure skater.
Yeah. That's cool.
Did you see the documentary?
No.
Or I, Tonya,
the
whatever it is.
biopic.
Yeah, I saw that.
Is it good?
It was alright.
I want to see it.
He's right. It's Margot Robbie.
Yeah. So obviously there's some.
Alright, well, then I guess I'm 1v1ing Arsenal.
Better not lose.
Do the meme tracks, we will.
Oh, American Playboy model.
Oh.
Delane Curtis. Now watch everybody look up Delane Curtis. Lena Yada, American actress, model, surfer, and WWE diva. Born in Hollywood.
Might as well say it's The Undertaker.
Her, right? Oh, I share birthdays with the basketball player who was born in Melrose Park. Oh my god, I share birthdays with Ryan Gosling. And I didn't know he was Canadian. I forgot that he was Canadian. And Anne Hathaway.
Okay, Car's doing weird stuff again.
No famous F1 cars. Only Conrad Rudenbach
Fun fact, Pastor Maldonado's birthday is today.
He's a Zimbabwean relative. Oh wait, Russell Westbrook. Dang, okay. I wish birthdays meant a little something more in society. But
Well, you
it
lived
makes
another
sense.
year. It means you lived a year.
But it makes sense that it's not. Because,
Congratulations for surviving a year.
Yeah, right. I mean, in today's society, it's starting to become a little more and more relevant with whatever the hell he's going on. But did you know that there's a tradition in China for a baby's 100th day of being alive? Not even their birthday, just the 100th day of them being alive. Because back then, when it was actually relevant, babies would die a lot. They were just like, we are going to create a celebration for our baby for reading this wrong. I hope I didn't offend anybody. I probably did, but you know what? It's whatever. I'll accept it.
You have Pastor Maldonado just turned 34 today.
Who is he?
He's one of the biggest meme drivers of recent.
Why?
Because he caused so many crashes, but he won a race in like a horrible car in 2012. So like, he attained God status basically. And he also won LMP2 category at the Daytona 24 this year.
My
So
breakfast.
he's not like
Keep
irrelevant.
talking.
He's not irrelevant.
My breakfasts are discount Swiss rolls and Papa John's leftover pizza.
Quality. If it keeps raining by the time I end the stream, I'll just eat Cheerios.
Or the like 2 pieces of cheese pizza that we have left. Or both. That's always possible. Play Brawl Stars.
Yeah, we're roommates. No, we go to a different university. I go to community college.
Alright?
I just live here. No, we're in a dorm. We're not in an apartment.
Anne Hathaway is great. Who's Buckshot Jones?
Well, let's look him up.
No, yeah, I go to NIU and I drive and I wake up at 7:30 every morning and drive here so that I can join them on streams.
I had the page pulled up, but here, I'll unlock my phone. Just put my finger.
What is on Google?
Oh no, use the that one. Yeah, and scroll to the left.
Winston Cup car. Oh, he's a NASCAR guy. Awards 1998 NASCAR Busch Series Most Popular Driver.
Oh my god.
His best finish was 41st place in 2001. He's only been in top 10 once.
Oh, it's like Marcus Winkelhock then, but in that sense.
NASCAR Xfinity Series. He's only had 2 wins. Oh, so it was the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. I spent on you. So in the Monster Energy NASCAR, he's only had 1 top 10. And in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, only 2 wins, 33 top 10s, and 3 poles over 147 races over 8 years. This man. Jones earned the nickname Buckshot from his grandfather after he ran into a table and showed no signs of pain or agony. This guy is God. How do you not just scream out in pain after even stubbing your toe? You're like already about to start screaming.
Yeah. What about Marcus Winkelhock, who has He holds a record that will never be beat. He's the only person in F1 history to have a 100% race-led record because he only raced for one race and led the race after a safety car. And then quickly lost because he was in a super slow car. I still drive my dart when I have it with me, but I don't have it with me at the university.
He's bringing it next year.
Yeah, I'll bring it next year. But right now my brother is driving it to school and stuff. So hopefully he's not crashing it, but...
Didn't he just get a wing for it or something?
Yeah. We got a front splitter for it that was installed. The wing is for his own car.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna drive... Thunder. We're almost done. We're only 6 blueprints away from getting a full 6 stars for it. Come back to Asphalt 8. Bottom left, man.
How about no?
I have your FAQ right there. Why don't you come back to Asphalt 8?
How about no? God, I love Dr. Evil. Just because that was like... Sharks with freaking... I want sharks with freaking laser beams. Have any of you guys ever seen Austin Powers? Are you guys too young to see Austin?
Great trilogy.
Have you guys... I haven't seen the second one. I've only seen the first and the third. Because I thought that the third one was the second one. You guys might be too young to have watched it, but... There's definitely at least some of you who have.
2-star GS can get you some wins. You just have to drive it well. And hope that an F12 doesn't knock you out.
What happened when 2 of you take a shower at the same time? Well, there are 4 showers, so we just go in separate ones.
In separate stalls.
That'd be terrible if there were only 1 shower.
Community showers.
Alright, how about no prison rape for me?
Okay, see, now there's like that one room where like it's a private toilet and shower.
Isn't that reserved for Charlotte?
I was gonna say. I know. I think Charlotte even just uses the regular one. It's like who uses
I've
it?
definitely seen him.
I've seen other people use it though.
Yeah. No, I've definitely seen him use the standard showers. So
I don't know what the purpose of that private room. Did somebody just say like I need to take a shit in private?
Only the most pretentious of people who live on this floor use it. Wrestle. Wow, that was a lot of air time.
Mm-hmm.
If only cars could actually do this and not snap in half on impact.
Yeah. Even going through one of these like downhill bumps, it would just implode on itself. Especially on that where it goes from downhill to level.
Not even F1 cars can do that. And those things are like...
It would bottom out.
Yeah. If 1 shower makes a gangbang, uh-oh. No. Do not talk about something. How does the Regera have more than 1 gear? What do you mean?
It doesn't. It's a drive gear.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't. It's a single gear car. In the game, though, yeah, it makes gear changes. It's so stupid.
Okay, so is like gearless shifting just basically placing the first gear's shift change at its max speed?
Yes.
Or, okay.
It's 1 gear. That's it. So you have low torque at the start, but then you'll really pick up.
Oh, that's why gears are a thing. Because torque. Okay. Which is why if you're too...
Torque only is good at certain RPMs. When you change gear, your RPMs drop.
Yeah. Which is why whenever I was a gear too high when I was taking turns on that dirt road, I would get really mad because I'd be really slow.
We're gonna use the Lycan.
But I'm not good enough at gear shifting to one of
Here's the fun part about the Regera. It will go 250 miles in reverse. Like miles an hour.
I'm pretty sure that's the fastest.
Reverse car? Yes. You can't reverse in this game, sadly, so we can't test that. But you could in Forza. You could test that.
Can you do that? You can do that in sport as well, can't you?
Well, Regera is not in the game.
Yeah.
But the Forza has the Regera, so you could try going in
Guys,
reverse.
can if we were allowed to only add one more game to this game, you know what I would add?
One more game to this game.
One more car. If we were only allowed to add one more car after this next batch of cars were to release, the only car that I would want added to this game is a sleeper Fiat 500.
Yes. Fiat 500. It's like the SLK Special Edition in a way. It's the king of S-Class, but it's a Fiat 500.
Asphalt Racer, is that supposed to be condescendingly asking me to learn more about cars? Because if so, I don't appreciate it.
I don't know why they still haven't patched that start line thing. It's so stupid.
Wow.
There's a little river right by the race starting line.
Oh.
And when you enter into it,
yeah,
it spawns you not only further ahead, but higher speed.
Yeah, I saw you do that.
And they still haven't patched that after 3 updates.
So we found out yesterday playing Gran Turismo Sport that there are mini race lines, or mini checkpoints that are along the track.
Because they tried to cut Willow Springs just by using the sectors. And lo and behold, it didn't count.
I did it by accident the first time, and then I did it as an actual test the second time, where I just passed the first checkpoint and immediately beelined off-road to it. The new F1 song is off.
Oh, the one by the Chemical Brothers? I don't know, it's got mixed reaction. It's basically a super electric song. But the point of the song is that if you play it, if you speed it up, it will sound like an F1 car driving past. Like going, meow. So that's the cool part about it. But when you play it in its normal length, it just sounds kind of weird. I would listen to it with headphones. It's called We've Got to Try.
Yeah, I see.
And the music video is really weird. It's a dog driving an F1 car.
That's a major phaser use right there. Yeah, I could definitely hear this thing being, like... This definitely sounds like something that they would use for the reveal of a car.
Yes.
That was hyper futuristic.
Yeah, there was a new update that added the Pagani Huayra, the McLaren F1 LM, the new Toyota Supra, Mazda MX-5 from '89, and there was one more. The Mercedes SLR McLaren.
Oh, quick question. What do you think about the fact that they had, in Gran Turismo Sport, they basically force you to spend your money on cars for your garage so that you could race in certain races?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that?
Or what? You just, you have to use a garage car?
No, like, certain races require certain cars, so you gotta go and buy them.
Yeah, that's how the career mode worked. Anyway, this is the song sped up. It's like a car driving past. So, yeah.
It's cool.
It's cool that it's done like that. But, yeah. Autopolis was added, yeah. It's a pretty cool track. It's definitely a unique one, considering the other real-world tracks. But yeah, now you can take the SLR McLaren down Nordschleife and have Mission 34 flashbacks.
Say it. I'm gonna say the N-word.
No, don't.
Nitro.
Mrs. Obama, get down. But yeah, I just think the new F1 theme, it's alright, but here's the thing, the 2018 theme is so hype that, like, you know...
What is it?
It's the one you hear all the time when I play the video game.
Ah.
The orchestra one. Mm-hmm. It's like... Da, 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 da. You know, that is so hype when you're about to watch the race. Because I played right before the starting... the formation lap. I'm glad they're keeping it for the 2019 season.
What's the Autopolis?
Autopolis is that new racetrack we tried in split screen. It's in Japan. It's like that really cool, like, drifty track.
Oh, yeah. I love that map. I want to get good at drifting. If that's the only thing that I can be good at, I want to get good at that. Drifting's so cool. And it's slightly easier drifting in real life than it is in the goddamn game. How many viewers you got?
760. I'm streaming right now, so that's why.
Ah.
Do I watch Formula E? I don't watch it. I don't follow the season. I just know the drivers, and I root for Felipe Massa and Pascal Wehrlein, just because, like, they're F1. They're ex-F1 drivers, and also Stoffel Waffle. But I prefer Massa and Wehrlein. Alright, we're gonna do one more club race, and I think I'm gonna end it right here. So we're gonna end off in
Meme.
We already did the meme track though.
Oh yeah.
We'll do the LaFerrari. Yeah, they should have used the USA 2018 guy. Did I see Asphalt's new tweet? Was it about the Jesco? So I can find that.
You said you'd take care of my cars, but you've relying.
Oh yeah, they're giving away scale models. I know that. It's a 1/46 model. Which is nice, but it's not like a 118. I prefer to collect a 118 if available.
Yeah, 146 is small as hell.
Alright, I guess since Arsenal's not here, I'll start it.
What about Ferrari?
Sandbagging. We won't know who's truly fastest until qualifying. But on Thursday night, we'll see the first practice session. I love watching the first practice just because you get to see, the cars again in their race spec, not with all their testing equipment.
Or necessarily sandbagging.
Because then they have to get data for the car set up for the race.
I'm gonna say the N-word. Nut.
I have a nut button.
Where?
Oh,
damn.
where it's just like nut.
Nut.
It's like the that was easy button from
Yeah,
Staples.
yeah.
It's like that, but it says nut on it, and it says nut.
One of Dude's friends has it in one of the videos. He's just like nut. He's like, could you hit it any harder?
Yeah, I
Nut.
don't know if you saw any of my Asphalt 8 streams, but in a couple streams, I had the nut button accessible, and I hit it every time I did something cool.
Oh, that's a rough freaking. That's a narrow point. And you're
Oh yeah, trying to land that.
yeah, between the two buildings. Also, I got a Dodge Viper 2013, GTS 13, and I immediately put a 2112 livery on it, like instantaneously. So if anybody knows what 2112 is, put that in the comments so that I can give you a proper shout out.
See, Kim, Lace Boy. Is IndyCar and F1 the same? Not at all. IndyCar are less aerodynamically complex, and they're meant to go around ovals and really short tracks. F1 cars are much more aerodynamically designed, much more purpose-built, and they go on Grand Prix circuits. Bring the nut bun back. Yeah, it's not with me. Technically, my brother bought it, so it's his.
Nuts.
But it was $10, so
Nuts.
maybe I'll need to order another one. When am I gonna 5-star left? Right when the drop rates get better, or when the pack comes out. I can't control that. So anyway, that's gonna be it for the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a casual stream tomorrow. I might, but don't rely on me doing it. But
Did you play Trackmania again?
I'd play Burnout.
Ah.
The next one will be Burnout, if I get to that. But if that's not the case, then the next time you'll see me is at home for spring break. We'll be talking about the qualifying report.
And I won't be there, so goodbye, possibly, for
Anyway.
like 2 weeks.
Leave a like, sub, all the normal shit. Thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.